Hey YouTube, I'm Cassandra Bodzak, your spiritual mentor, helping you create the vision that you have for your life right now in reality using my spiritual and strategic tools. This is a special meditation from my Quantum Leap Intensive workshop that talks about all of the energy shifts in 2020. So I'm going to head into it now, but if you like that workshop, click the link below and you can get the whole workshop for free as well. So get yourself into a nice, comfortable position, whether you want to be seated with a little back support. Uncross your legs, place your feet firmly on the floor. If you're laying down, that's fine as well. Just make sure you're not going to fall asleep. And just get yourself nice and cozy, a place where you can just fully and deeply surrender and relax for the next 10 minutes or so. So close your eyes. And I want you to just start taking some nice deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth, and just really allow yourself to ground in this present moment, allowing your forehead to soften, your shoulders to relax down and back, your spine to stay nice and elongated, and you to just enter the infinite abyss within your being. And just breathing into that beautiful infinite abyss within your being. Allowing any distractions, any noises, or anything in the room to just float on by as you refocus your attention and awareness into this infinite abyss within your being. And also, if any thoughts come up, any thoughts about what you have to do later, tomorrow, things that happened before this moment, just let them float on by like clouds, exhaling each and every one of them out and grounding yourself once again into this deep, beautiful, infinite abyss inside of you. This warm, safe, loving darkness within us. Like we all have our own galaxy when we go within. Divinely holding us. Connecting to our deepest and truest truth of who we are. Seeing a beautiful, bright ball of light within our own internal galaxy, like the sun within us. And bringing our awareness closer and closer to it, feeling its warmth, feeling the frequency of divine love, of divine peace, the frequency of infinite potential, and breathing into that space. Allowing every particle in our being to align with this frequency as we breathe in and out and let it move throughout our body, our energetic field. Each cell remembering the truth of who we are, that we are divine love, that we are light, that we are magnificent and powerful, that we have infinite potential. That all of our desires were divinely placed in us to be manifested during our time on earth, that our journey has been divinely designed to prepare us for all that might come. And that this place that we sit in right now was circled by our higher power for us. That our guides and angels and intuitive GPS led us to this very moment, to this very workshop, to this very meditation, because our soul is ready. Our soul is ready to make the jump. Our consciousness has elevated to this place where we access the truth, the magic, the power, the otherworldliness of our being. And in this moment, we anchor into our divine potential. And as we breathe into this beautiful sun inside of us, we allow its light to project on our mind's eye our soul's divine potential. We allow ourselves to see the timeline that our soul would be most served by elevating into right now. And we open up all of our senses to receive information about what this timeline looks like. To see the different elements of our life in this timeline. To feel the feelings of this timeline. We feel the peace. We feel the trust. We feel the surrender and the divine flow of this new timeline. We see ourselves even more anchored into our own divine potential, into our own creative power, into the oneness of the world. And we see how that manifests in our physical reality. We see how we show up for ourselves, how we look physically, perhaps what clothes we wear. We see how we take care of ourselves in this new timeline. How do we fuel ourselves? How do we rest? How do we connect within? How do we move? We notice what our day looks like in this new timeline. How do we wake up? Begin our day? How do we work? What projects are we working on during the day? How are we working? Who are we working with? Noticing how aligned, how inspired we feel by our work. Noticing even how we handle setbacks in this new timeline. Noticing the abundance that pours in from our good work in the world, the abundance that is our natural birthright. Noticing what we utilize our finances for in this timeline. What does our living situation look like? What does our lifestyle look like? What do our relationships look like? Our family, our partner, our friends. How do we feel in our partnership? Just allow whatever images, whatever you hear, feel, see, to just come through for all of this. How do we feel with our friendships? Now I want you to think, what is the biggest difference you can notice in this timeline from your current timeline? Is it a specific person or circumstance or job? Maybe there's multiple. And I want you to anchor into those things specifically right now in this timeline. As if they were a nice coat, you are wrapping it and you're buttoning it up and you're fully embodying these differences that you're welcoming in, that you're opening up to. Allowing every particle of your being to align with the receiving of these things. Opening up yourself, your capacity to allow, enlarging it enough to receive these things. Really, truly sitting in that. Saturating yourself in this as your one true reality. Welcoming it in with every particle of your being. Locking it in. Choosing it consciously in this moment. Choosing this timeline. Moving forward. Inviting every part of you to remember it as you integrate. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Allowing yourself to integrate in the physical. Deep breaths, allowing it to integrate. Allowing each particle, each cell, each DNA strand to claim it, to know it, to align with it. Allowing your frequency to raise to whatever it needs to align with this. Breathing, 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 breathing. Deep breaths, breathing, breathing through this process, knowing it is happening, knowing that you are elevating, receiving, 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 allowing, allowing, allowing. And so it is, knowing that it is done. It is complete. You have jumped to a new timeline. And you will be in the integration phase. But as long as you keep claiming, as long as you keep choosing. As long as your willingness is there, every time you slip into the old reality, you will be transported back here until this is just as comfortable as where you were before. You may open your eyes. Thank you for joining me on this journey. And so it is. It's done. It's complete. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And just keep on choosing. Keep on choosing. Keep on choosing. Keep on anchoring into that new timeline. And it will be. And I would love to hear about how this is going for you. Feel free to email me, DM me, feel free to post your experience on Instagram. I'm happy to share it as well. I really want to hear what resonated with you, what these new timelines you're anchoring in are, and how this quantum shifting, manifesting, new paradigm being born through you is going. Mwah.